Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to another edition of Shane Flynn Outdoors. It's early spring still here in Virginia. We're still in that cycle where the weather warms up for a few days and it cools down for a few days and we get up there and fish when we can. It's not quite April, but we're getting close. We actually had low temperatures close to 20 and 22 degrees a few mornings ago, so kind of put a halt on the water warming up. But that's okay because the weather's going to get warm here soon and it's going to warm up and we'll be out there catching big bass before we know it. I hope wherever you're at in the United States that you catch this fish. I know if you're down south in the Texas, Florida area, you may be even in the post-spawn cycle right now. We're coming into our pre-spawn and spawn time here in the middle of the United States. And I hope for the fishermen up north that the ice starts coming off the lakes real quick where you can get out and start slaying those fish. This episode is kind of unique. It is in the early spring, but the pattern of fishing that I happened to trip up on, was fortunate to trip up on, kind of holds true throughout the year. And what I'm talking about is I got to fish right as a cold front was moving through. If you've been out there fishing right as a front starts to move through, the barometric pressure starts to drop and the bass start to really bite. And I timed it just right a few weeks ago. It had been warm for a few days here in Virginia. I got out there right after work for a couple hours, just a few hours, not even quite 2 hours, and caught some big bass right before that front moved through. And I'll spoil it. I have 2 bass over 5 pounds. And one of those bass is the Guess the Weight competition that I put out. So if you were one of the folks that guessed the weight on that video I put out a few weeks, I will be announcing the winner in this video. So stay tuned to make sure you catch that to see if you win that $25 gift card from Tackle Warehouse. The weather was really windy. It was a little unsettling. So I actually had my life jacket on, which is kind of rare for me when I'm out there, but it was really choppy and the wind was whipping wickedly. So stay safe, I have my life preserver on. My bait of choice during this video is the old spinnerbait. This is one identical that I was using. I was using a green, lime green and chartreuse skirted spinnerbait with a white curly tail grub, gold willow blade, and a silver hammered Colorado blade, double bladed bait. As you've seen me catch fish before, and as I put out last week, this is a really good bait during the spring that you can catch a lot of fish on. When it's windy like it was, it's a really good bait in the wind. So without further ado, let's get to the fish catching. And for the person who wins, congratulations. And stay tuned to the end to see how you can get that gift card. Enjoy.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. I'm gonna need the net. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes, let me get the spotlight. Yes, yes. 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 Woo! Big bass right there, baby. Big bass. Woo! Oh, big bass. Ah. Woo! I don't know how big, but this is a big bass. Woo! Let's measure this one up. 6'6". Right on the dot. Big bass. Let me give her a little drink. Oh. This is when I came out here today. Really windy. The last of a 3-day warm-up. I came out to catch this big bass. Big bass. I'm gonna get a measure on her and get it back in the water. I gotta get a picture of her too. Let's see. She is 22.5 on the dot. Look, she's got a birthmark right there on her tail. I remember that in case I catch her again. Nice big bass. I'm happy about this one. Big bass up in this windy cove. One of my favorite places to fish. All right, let's get her back in the water. Thank you, Missy. Thank you, Jesus, for letting me catch that one. Big man. So the wind is blowing. There's a wind advisory out today in Virginia. You see I have my life jacket on because the wind is rough. I usually don't wear my life jacket. It's the third day. It's 77 degrees today. And cold front's moving through the night, and we're going to be back in the low 30s, high 20s at night, 40s and 50s in the day. I tore the bass up at Hunting Run this weekend. You'll see the video. You've probably already seen the video. But I knew I'd get one more chance before this warm weather went back to catch a big bass. And there she is, baby. Hopefully I can get, if I can get two more, that'd be great. If I get one, if I don't get any, I'm just blessed to be able to catch that one right there. Yep, spinnerbait, back in it. That's back pocket back there. The west wind. You haven't heard the old saying, when the wind blows the wind to bet? There's another one. Not a 6-pounder, but a 14-incher. Right up in that weed line. Little bass. That other bass could eat this bass, but it's a bass. I don't know if you can see the white caps going into that cove over there. That cove over there, that's where we're going next. There we go, big bass, big bass. Net, I'd eat net. Oh yeah, big bass, I'd eat the net. Come on. Oh, 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 stop off. There's another one in here, I promise. Go 5.02. 5.02. Right back in here in this cove where I like to catch these big bass. Another one. Just a beautiful big bass. Thank you, Jesus, for letting me catch this one. Number 2 of the day. I love catching big bass. Woo! Big bass. Number 2. The weather's starting to get bad. I just can't stop fishing. Nice 2-pounder. 16-inch. There's another one. That's big. No. Pounder. Nice 12, 14-inch bass. How about a 13-inch bass? Knew there'd be one up in this cove. I think there's going to be one more. starting to rain, the wind's getting cold. But when the fish are biting, it's hard to stop.
Well, hey everyone, as you can see, caught a lot of fish during that episode for a 2-hour window. I was really panicked on when to leave and when to get out of there, but you know, I cut the time just right before those cold raindrops started hitting me too hard. We caught a lot of fish, a couple big ones, as you can see. And congratulations to Russell from RWA Fishing. He was the closest. The bass was 6.60 pounds, and Russell guessed on the website 6.59 pounds. So good guess, Russell. And by the way, if you haven't seen the Fish Chatter episode that I put out with Russell from RWA Fishing, please take a look at it. It's a good episode. Russell is an awesome fisherman. I call him the grinder. He lives there in Washington, D.C., and he gets out and fishes in the rain, the snow, the sleet, no matter what. Russell's out there fishing. So congratulations, Russell. And thank you all for tuning in. If you really like this content, please hit the old subscribe button. And until next time, tight lines and good luck fishing.